afternoon. I'm Sila Kikili, and this is Byte News. Coming up, we have an update on the fatal stabbing involving 12 to 13-year-olds. There has been a shooting in Western Canada involving secondary school students. And finally, this week is Children's Mental Health Week. Ralph Green has an update on a recent stabbing involving 12 to 13-year-olds.
The investigation continues on a 13-year-old boy as he attempted to stab two students yesterday at Kingsbury School in Brent in what the police are investigating as an act of terrorism. The boy, who was not a student at Kingsbury School, entered the school through climbing over a wall, and another student alerted the school by pulling the fire alarm. I'm here with Denisa to discuss this incident. How do you feel about the situation?
Well, I feel very devastated about the situation because it's very local to me. I know this school very well because I have family members attending that school. And I think that the school should definitely review the safeguarding and the security systems.
In Western Canada, a mass shooting took place in a secondary school. Let's hear more from our correspondent Pietro Bastanza.
9 people have been killed and at least 25 injured in shootings at a school and home in British Columbia in the community of Tumbler Ridge in Canada. 2 victims were airlifted to hospital with life-threatening injuries. The suspect's body was also found at the scene with self-inflicted injuries. The police received the first call at 1:20 p.m. local time reporting an active shooter at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School. Police have also identified a secondary location believed to be connected to the incident, where 2 additional victims were located deceased in a residence. This is all we know so far. Pietro Bastanza.
Now we have Alexandra Zarnoch with a story on the NHS being told to stop discouraging first cousin marriages.
A government-funded NHS monitoring board told healthcare staff that it is unacceptable to deter people from first cousin relationships.
Look how they chose to warn people about the dangers of having children with a relative. That's on your screens right now. So they tell us that Ruby and Adam are close relatives, and poor little Sarah has inherited all the bad genes.
Urging parents, carers, schools and communities to play a part in supporting children with their mental health. And this week is Children's Mental Health Week.
This blue plaque is for Odette Sanson, a Special Operations Executive Agent who worked undercover in occupied France.
According to the Children's Society, 1 in 6 children ages to 5 to 16 will have a mental health problem, and that 50% of mental health issues will begin before the age of 14. The Children's Society encouraged young people and those around them to check for local drop-in schemes for quick and free mental health support, like Pause, which had thousands of young people across the UK last year.
Who worked undercover in occupied France during the Second World War. She was one of the first women in a combat role. She survived capture and imprisonment, having been sentenced to death as a British spy. Sanson was sent to the Ravensbrück concentration camp, but after it was liberated, she returned to London in 1945. She became the first woman awarded the George Cross for her courage, endurance, and self-sacrifice, and she later died in her home in 1995.
Byte News is
No, they've gone straight to other ones.
Okay.
Continue with A7.
Okay.
Go from Daisy.
Earlier today, I visited a historic basement venue that helped shape British rhythm and blues in the 1960s, known as the Ealing Club. Today, it remains a key part of West London's history. Just outside Ealing Station sits Britain's most iconic music venue, the Ealing Club. Opened in 1962, it quickly became the birthplace of British blues and rock, opened by Alexis Connor and Cyril Davies. The venue hosted early performances from bands that would later become global icons, including the Rolling Stones and The Who and Rod Stewart. In fact, on 17th October 1961, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards came together to bring the future of songwriting and become partners in search of better music. They were regulars before they were famous. I am Sila Kikili reporting for Byte News. For Londoners celebrating Valentine's Day, London galleries and rooftops are marking Valentine's weekend with a range of special events. At Tate Modern, they are hosting a full-course dinner and an 80s Photographing Britain exhibition with DJ sets, live performances, and workshops. In Battersea, Jar Rooftop is offering a Valentine's set menu alongside a rooftop movie series featuring Bridget Jones' Diary, Dirty Dancing, and The Notebook. And for those planning for their own romantic event, a Bridgerton-inspired string quartet is available at a Regency-style romance and a modern twist. Now for sports and weather. Here's Joe Brooks with our latest updates on the Winter Olympics.
Thank you, Silla. The medal race is heating up in the Winter Olympics. Norway have stormed ahead into the lead with 12 medals, most notably in cross-country skiing and the biathlon. They are followed by Germany and Sweden, both on 6 medals. Team GB are yet to land on a podium, but they have shown good promise in the skeleton. But the major story so far was Lindsey Vonn's horror crash in the women's downhill on Sunday. The 41-year-old American veteran had picked up an ACL injury in training, yet decided to push through and compete. She was airlifted to hospital where she's being assessed. And now for the weather. Rain, rain, go away, come back again another day, or not. The UK is enduring a record-breaking period of wet weather with 41 consecutive days of rain. And more on the way. Hundreds of floods and yellow weather warnings have been issued across the country. This wet spell is due to a strong south-shifted het stream steering down low-pressure systems towards the UK. Basically, just a lot of rain. The sunny days are still out of sight for now. Come back next week for more updates. Back to you, Silla.
Thank you for watching Byte News. I've been Silla Kikili.
And I've been Joe Brooks. Thank you.
This was...
that went...
Did I look fine, like nodding at him, though? I was like,
Can we